What's up, guys? What's up? This is Roy the Barber. Just a quick, let's say, just a quick advice, man. Quick advice. Just right now, I'm getting ready to pick up my son from school. A lot of times we get overwhelmed with this life. Life fights, man. Or life punch hard at times, and what we have to do is, mental health is a big part of your health, not just physical but mental. And a lot of times we forget the mental aspect and spiritual aspect of life. So what I do at times, I sit back, I reflect, I try to hear encouraging words, I try to feed my mind with positive quotes, energy, books, get some insight. Because a lot of times we think we're not progressing fast enough, and sometimes it becomes a crisis in our own mind. So I decided to drop this video for you guys. I'm also going to watch this video because I think it's good to watch motivational videos. It's good to have go to motivational gatherings, positive speaking engagements. So I decided to drop this. I hope you enjoy it. I watch it all the time, and I'm gonna drop more videos of me, of these type of videos, to help you guys get through, to keep fighting forward, to keep pushing forward in life for your goals, for your success, for yourself, for your family. Hopefully financial support becomes a better for you, mental support for your family, for yourself. These are what these videos do. It helped me out a lot. So hope you like it. This is Roy the Barber. I'm out.
So we live in this perception of a perception of ourselves. Hence, my identity is made by what my parents think I should be. My identity is made up by what my college or university thinks I should achieve. While you're living in that bubble and that echo chamber, getting to what you really want to do is impossible, because maybe that just doesn't fit. And I think so many people feel that way today, that they don't fit into the current education system. They don't fit with the 3 or 4 or 5 careers that you're taught exist. So that process of self-excavation and actualization first requires being exposed. You can't be what you can't see.
And what we have to do in order to get to that place where we can take the keys and unlock the self-imposed prisons, or the prisons that we have given ourselves on the basis of what we have come to believe is our limitations, what we can and can't do. We have to let go of that. And I call it rewriting our agreement with reality.
I will wake up with a new mindset for myself, for my future. The sky's the limit to your dreams. You can go beyond the stars if you make it up in your mind that you won't be stuck.
You gotta take that thing out, like, you gotta take the breath out. So some of y'all are afraid of math. Go after it. Go get it. Don't run from it no more. Go get it. You gotta go get it. It's possible.
At the end of the day, you're going to go as far as you're willing to fight for, and that's it. And if you're willing to fight to go all the way, then you will go that far. You will set a new bar. You will define for people what is possible.
You just have to have the drive and willpower to go through that next door and give it your all. We all must become the leaders that we're looking for. We got this.
Men and women begin to become great only when they begin to take time by themselves to listen to their inner voices and organize their lives in such a way that their activities and relationships give them a deep sense of inner peace. The first step that you can take to personal greatness is to sit down quietly and look over your life to determine the areas where you're not experiencing the peace of mind and happiness that you really want. You'll find that this is a very easy exercise to do because your mind is continually preoccupied with these problems, just like a person sitting on a tack would be preoccupied with the pain. Your job is to get off the tack. Your responsibility to yourself is to realize that you can never make someone else happy by being unhappy yourself, just as you can never make someone else healthy by being sick. You should not sacrifice your happiness in an attempt to somehow achieve the happiness of another person. You'll only end up making no one happy, especially yourself. In the play Cyrano de Bergerac by Edmond Rostand, Cyrano, the great individualist, is asked why it is that he is so outspoken and so self-assertive. He answers with this beautiful line. He says, "I choose the line of least resistance in this, that I will please at least myself in all things." When you make the decision that, for better or worse, you will please at least yourself in all things, only then will you be truly happy. And only then, it seems, will you be able to help anyone else to be happy as well. The second law of happiness is the law of emotion. It says that human beings are 100% emotional in everything they think and feel and decide. I used to think that people were 90% emotional and 10% logical. However, both research and experience contradicts this conclusion. People are totally emotional in everything they do. If a person says to you that he's decided to do the logical thing, it simply means that he has more emotion devoted to that course of action than he does to another course of action, and he uses the word logical to justify his decision. Someone once said that no matter how old you become, you always have the emotions of a teenager. This may or may not be true, but the central impact of your emotions and feelings is a key component in both understanding and achieving your own happiness. The first part of the law of emotion is that you are motivated by two major groups of emotions, those of love or desire and those of fear or loss. These are the positive emotions and the negative emotions. These emotions were described by Sigmund Freud as emotions associated with pleasure and emotions associated with pain. You have a tendency to move toward those experiences you associate with pleasure or happiness, and you have a tendency to move away from those experiences you associate with pain or unhappiness. This is the essence of the pleasure principle that I mentioned earlier. The second part of this law of emotion says that the content of your emotional life is largely determined by the thoughts you dwell upon most of the time. This is such a simple and obvious truth that it's often overlooked by most people. It simply says that if you think happy thoughts, you will be a happy person. If you think angry thoughts, you'll be an angry person. If you think about the things that people have done to hurt you and the reasons you have to be angry or unhappy, you'll be negative, pessimistic, and eventually you'll be depressed. Abraham Lincoln once wrote, "A man is just about as happy as he makes up his mind to be." Well, this is true for you and true for me.
Let life touch you. Don't let it kill you, but at least let it touch you. The next touch could open up the wellspring you'll never lack for desire for the rest of your life. From shortly after the time I met my teacher, Mr. Shope, at age 25, no one's ever had to say to me all these years, "When are you gonna get going?" Nobody's ever said that to me all these years. I've heard, "When are you gonna slow down? You're gonna have a heart attack and die. You can't keep up this kind of calendar." But nobody's ever said to me, "When are you gonna get going?" I'm asking you to keep searching for life experiences until you find one that lights your fires, until you will never lack for desire for the rest of your life. And nobody will ever have to say to you the rest of your life, "When are you gonna get off the couch?" Welcome all experiences. Don't put up the wall. The same wall that keeps out disappointment keeps out happiness. Take the risk. And here's the last emotion that can change your life in a single day. It's called resolve. Resolve says, "I will." Two of the most powerful words in the language. I gave you the formula for disasters. Could, should, don't. Here's the formula for fortune. should, could, will. I will. I should, I can, and I will. Two of the most powerful words in the land. I will. Benjamin Disraeli once said, nothing can resist a human will that will stake even its existence on its purpose. I'll do it or die. What a powerful set of words. A man says, I will climb the mountain. They've told me it's too high, it's too far, it's too difficult, it's too rocky, it's never been done before. The man says, hey, it's my mountain, I'll climb it. Pretty soon you'll see me waving from the top or dead on the side, because I ain't coming back. Best definition of resolve I ever got was from a junior high girl, Foster City, California. I love to talk to kids and ask them definitions. They come up with beauty. I got to this word and I said to the kids, who can tell me what resolve means? Some didn't know, and some tried. It was interesting. The best one I got was a little girl about 3 rows back. She said, Mr. Owen, I think I know. I said, what? She said, I think resolve means promising yourself you will never give up. I said, that's the best I've ever heard. You can't say it any better than that. Promise yourself you will never give up. You don't have to promise me. You don't have to promise the world. Just promise yourself. What a great bit of language. I asked the kids, how long should a baby try to learn how to walk? How long would you give your average baby before he shut off? That's enough. No, any mother in the world would say you're silly. My baby's going to keep trying what? Until. What a magic word, until. How many books will you read? Until you find the answer for your good health? Read 1 and quit? Read 2 and quit? Risk a cardiovascular disaster? I can't buy that from you. Wouldn't you read enough books until? Wouldn't you read enough books on financial independence until you become financially independent? Wouldn't you read enough books on leadership until you become a leader? Wouldn't you read enough books on power until you've got the power? Of course, why not? Don't settle for less. Use this little until phrase. I'll do enough exercises until I become healthy. I'm out of breath now, but I'll put myself through enough disciplines until I'm no longer out of breath. I'm not going to walk up one flight of stairs and can't catch my breath. It's over. Until magic.